Yes, guys. Yes, people. Sorry for the wait. I know we love doing this whole lateness is greatness thing. Big up Matisse as well. But even for that, we've taken the piss on this stream. We I was on DR Sports the whole afternoon. We were filming previews for the Carabao Cup final, and it just went on for a long period of time. So like, I know we are meant to film at 5, but better late than never, I guess. So to all you guys who are waiting, big up you guys. Appreciate the patience because there was a lot of people waiting here for the start of the stream. I haven't seen so many people waiting in ages. Big up all you guys. And yeah, sorry for the wait, but we're here and we're probably going to be here until that Let's Go and United kickoff. So we're going to go into everything surrounding the game between Chelsea and Lille yesterday. Talk about all the masterclasses. Talk about how this fares going into the cup final as well. We'll just talk about how refreshing the attack was. But yeah, like and subscribe. Big up everyone that's locked in. And let's get into it as always. Alex, how's the day been, my guy? Hope you're all good.
Well, it's been postponed 3 times my day.
I'm sorry, guys. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I'm fine. No Jennifer, no Lukaku, no problem.
Only 1 minute in before that. All right, cool. Josh, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, man, I'm buzzing, man. Yesterday was great. It was fun to watch some up-tempo football for the first time in several weeks. My boy Pulisic getting into the back of the net, always fun to see. N'Golo was sensational again yesterday. The back three, Christensen was very good yesterday. Thiago Silva, what can you say about him? Just a timeless player. And Kai Havertz, man. Yeah, just really, really fun to watch. Sucks we lost, Ziyech and Kovacic potentially, but to be honest with you, I think we could be okay in the final without at least one of them. But yeah, it was really fun to watch. I was like the first time I was into a game in the last couple of weeks where it was sort of a pace and fun, but I loved it.
Yeah, Scott as well. What are you telling me, my guy? I hope you've had a good day and everything.
There's no
Fuck's sake, man. I swear down. Go on, Scott.
No, it's not been too bad. The day's been quite good. And yeah, the game yesterday was good. I only managed to catch the second half. I fell asleep during the first half. From what I saw, the second half was good. The second half was very good. I've only really got like 2 kind of small negatives about like not even necessarily the game, just what I took from the game. But even they're kind of small, and it's more just like one's tempering people's expectations, and one just a case of like there might be such a thing as too much tinkering from Tuchel. But yeah, apart from that, like it was a good performance, and considering that Lille were a team I know they're not the best team in the competition, but they're a team that could have hurt us, and they didn't really trouble us going forward all that much. Like David was kind of quiet, Bamba wasn't brilliant, like Sanchez was good, but they didn't really trouble us that much.
Yeah, I'll be real. I expect
David was anonymous,
but the game started well. Yeah,
Just
David was
shots.
anonymous. Oh, speaking of which, forgot to make my penitentiary edit. I know what I'm doing tonight. Perfect. Fata, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, all good. Last night was a good game, but I found out there's too many first timers in the team, man. Too many first timers in the Matthew Harding low, unfortunately. But it was good last night. But I just wanna, move on to Sunday because I just feel I need that Sunday. I'm buzzing for Sunday's game, man. Let's go for Sunday.
Yeah, let's go. Cup final settings. VJ.
Are you complaining of people sitting beside you watching the game?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, too many first timers, bro.
Just checking.
Yeah.
There's a Yadar and Fata coming out, as always.
VJ,
what are you saying, bro?
I'm happy actually after this performance in the Champions League by Chelsea Football Club. Of course, the 2-0. It's not just the 2-0. The way that we played was very important for us as well. In the momentum going forward into the Carabao Cup final. So. One thing that I really liked about yesterday's game was Kante's performance. After 4 or 5 bad games, we thought, maybe Kante is losing it, but then he showed who, or what he is, basically, right? And Christensen apparently had an amazing game as well. In terms of stats, in defense, he was the best, I would say. So big up to Christensen as well. I don't get to say that a lot about Christensen, but yeah, today I will. So
You knew on this channel.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
what an amazing analysis, PJ. Much appreciated, my guy.
I'll
Mo.
give you the details, of course, later.
Oh yeah, defo. Mo, what are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here to say, we've kept another clean sheet. We've won another game. Look, I mean, life is good, guys. Everyone's expecting some crazy ass performances and begging for madness to happen. I'm just here saying, yo, just win the games. I don't know how you do it. I don't care how you do it. It is what it is. And we're just doing it at the moment. So I can't really complain too much. Other than that, and I am tired, bro. I woke up 7 a.m. for work. I am absolutely shattered. But hey, we're going to get through the stream. We're going to have a bit of fun. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go, man.
100%. I echo that as well. I'm fucking exhausted already. W, Poco, Doku, whatever you want to call yourself. What are you saying, bro?
Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just keep it nice and short. It was a good win.
Yeah, perfect, my guy.
Wow,
C1, what are you saying, bro?
Nothing much. Happy to see the front three yesterday played very well. Happy to see Havertz in his best position. None of this behind the striker bullshit. And as Alex said yesterday on stream, once that guy realizes he's on 9, he'll be a very good player as well. And I thought Christensen actually played very well yesterday as well. Some of the passes he made into the midfield, into Kante, was good. Good, comfortable win. We just have to take it back to Lille and just stink out, to be honest. But 1 foot into the last 8 and take this to Wembley, man. We have to win on Sunday. We move.
Damn right. Hashtag sign the contract. Oscar, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yo, I'm good, boys. What are you lot saying? I'm doing all right. Went to the game yesterday. Enjoyed it. It was all right. The bridge atmosphere was probably better than the game itself, to be honest. I think.
Really? All I heard was complaints about the atmosphere yesterday.
I don't know, innit? Because I was in Matthew Harding Lower, where I don't normally sit. So it was better than the East.
Apparently, someone went for a piss in the back of Matthew Harding.
Yeah, that definitely happened. That definitely did happen. It wasn't fun, but yeah, no, I was happy with the win. I felt like people were kind of acting like it wasn't a big game because we got the final on Sunday, but I felt like obviously Champions League knockout tie, you have to win. So without Lukaku, we managed to actually perform. I don't think we performed great, but 2-0 win, I can't complain personally. I wasn't too mad with it.
Yeah, defo. And I think the first thing that everyone's going to want to talk about is the front three. And I know the performances that we saw were night and day from what we've seen when Lukaku's been in the lineup. This is one thing that I was speaking about because I was on the space with Johnny earlier last night and we were talking about the performance from the squad. And the one thing that stood out to me, and I'm not trying to say this is negative because it was so refreshing seeing the attack that we had, the game felt a lot more open than what you usually see in Premier League games. But I do think that factor does have to get taken into account a little bit because I do think if we play the same front three against Liverpool, you'll probably see the same sort of successful results. We're going to be a lot more fluid. You're going to create a lot more chances, and the team's going to be more cohesive.
I think that's more down to midfield.
I was going to say that's more. It's more open because the midfield we play because neither of them are sitters, and so there is just more space for like everywhere.
No, but
because
like Lille also didn't sit back, did they?
No, they sat back until we scored. Once we scored, they couldn't sit
No,
back.
I wouldn't call it a sit back.
Nah, because I thought it was end to end at the
I
first.
thought it was end. Yeah.
Yeah, they pressed us, man.
Right.
Well, I think-
I don't know.
I think Scott's right in the sense that like once we scored a goal without the away goal rule, they had to get a bit more attacking and press a little higher than they were maybe in the first half because without the away goal rule, they need to score to try to get this thing back to some sort of level
Nathaniel,
play.
you will not come on soon.
But no, I thought I think it felt more open than it actually was. Like if you actually look at what they did, most of their attack was basically just a couple of long shots. David took a long shot. Sanchez took a couple long shots. They didn't really create much of anything. We did the midfield was a little bit more open, I think, in the first half. So it felt more like an open game. But as far as like what they did, I don't think they did much of anything, to be honest with you.
They did have a good midfield from the way I looked at the game. They were quick passes in midfield. But the problem was they didn't have nobody in front to threaten us from those it been happened like they split up midfield couple of times, but for me the biggest thing is the proving my point. I'll take that. Somebody made more than 7 touches up throughout the game. There was already improvement. Apparently, it was 23 touches in first half. So, and the
Yeah,
running
8 touches
part
in 14 minutes.
Wallahi,
Yeah.
we're starving, man. We're so starving. It's crazy. We're out here
100%.
looking at touches
No.
for players.
Well,
guys.
what do you mean touch? What do you mean we're looking at touches per player? Well, Lukaku made the 7 touches a game, previous game.
He did. But I think
no, but.
No,
Tuchel said-
there is a but.
Hold on a second.
There is a but, bro. I'm sorry,
It's
Alex.
always a but. It's always a but.
Look. I
But the
love
but-
our fan base, man. Our fan base, any
I like
opportunity to
butts.
take, and any
like
opportunity
big
we
butts.
can take
And I cannot lie.
to scapegoat players, we love to take it, guys. He
Exactly.
had 7 touches. There's no doubt about it. Could Lukaku have done more? Could Lukaku have moved the bar a lot more? Yes, he could have done. But at the same time, I'm like, it's been a continuous issue with our team not providing for front players. And I'm glad
that's
last
bullshit,
night
Mo.
was.
That's bullshit, Mo.
No, let me
Yeah.
finish. Let me finish my point. You guys are just out here just already disagreeing. Let me put it this way to you guys. I have watched games where we have not done a good job in providing for other forwards other than Lukaku in the past. The fact that we are now making it into this thing, I think the fact that he's had this interview, we are now obsessed with this Lukaku situation, and we will look at anything and everything to just make a point out of it.
I agree, Mojo.
I'll be honest with you.
Mojo, I
To
agree.
me, I just think people need to let it go, bro. Like at the end of the day, we've signed the player for 100 mil. He's here for 5 years. Getting rid of him won't be an easy task. And at the end of the day, the more we beat him down, the more we have to do work to build him back up, even if we want to sell him. So I don't see the point, guys. I'll be very honest.
Here's the thing. Do you think the
Huh?
movement of the movement of Kai in front made the midfielders see him more openly and try to pass it to him quicker because he
And-
made himself more available? Is that
And-
what could be?
Cool.
No,
So
because we had the same
Oh
issue
no,
with Werner.
you said no,
we had,
right, Scott?
no,
You said no.
because we had the same
Okay.
issue with
I
Werner
just
last
wanna-
season.
Okay.
And Werner, we've already spoken about how Werner's probably got the best movement off the ball of anyone in the front three. Is like that's the one thing I can say about Werner. For as awful as he is on the ball, his movement off the ball is elite. His movement off the ball in terms of the runs he makes and the space he provides is elite. That's the one elite attribute he has. And how many times last season, how many times, I can go even further back, under Sarri, how many times did we see with Higuain, with Morata, they'd make runs off the ball and our midfield would not find them. This is an issue we've had for damn near 3-4 years now. This is an issue that we have had for a very long time. Some of our players just don't find those passes.
They don't.
It's an issue
And
from
that's
both
my issue
sides.
as well,
Lukaku
Scott.
needs to do more. I can't believe we're talking about Lukaku and didn't even play, but Lukaku needs to do more. There's no argument about that. He needs to
Yeah.
do more. But it's also on the other side of you can't say that Lukaku needs to do more, but when you've got he's making a run and he's wide
Look
open.
at the game.
It's
And
a
you've got players
collective. It's
like
a
Alonso,
collective issue.
Kai at times,
Nah, but
when you've
if
got
you
other
think about
midfielders, Kante. I'm still finishing my point. When
Hang
you've
on,
got
relax, man.
Alonso, Havertz, like all these guys, like when they're in positions where they can play Lukaku or other players, not just Lukaku, other players in and they don't, that's not on Lukaku, that's on the other players. Sooner or later, it gets to a point where like Werner's just one of those players who'll keep running no matter what. But for other players, it gets to a point where you're like, what's the point of me running? Because I'm just wasting energy and I'm never going to be found.
I agree with you on that. The problem,
The collective
the quick answer to you, it goes both ways. He said that he's tired of not passing, and people don't pass the ball to him. You can look at the other way and saying like, well, I passed it to him. He only available in certain situation, and when we even passing, he doesn't do nothing of it.
Well, look,
It's a-
just look
I think
yesterday at like how.
I think
look
it
how-
also
look
But
how
depends-
much-
that's
Seven.
is that
fucking
true?
touches,
Is that
man.
true
7
though, Alex?
fucking
Though?
touches.
Is that true? Like,
Yeah, 7
is it
touches
true that
is
when
100% true.
No, I know that's true. But what you just said earlier was that the midfielders would be fed up because when they pass the ball to Lukaku, he does nothing with it. That's not
Well,
necessarily true. Like,
Look, Oscar, how many times ZH
I let him talk about
crossed the-
Lukaku though.
wait, hold on, bro.
Go on, what were you saying?
No. I was about to say it, but somebody farted in front of with the mouth when I was trying to speak, and it just literally. What I was trying to say, when ZH crossed the ball in the box a couple of times, it went to the far post. Why do you think is that went to the far post, not into the Lukaku's head?
I don't know.
Sometimes no. Sometimes we forget this, right? Like I remember this match, like where Ziyech delivered 17 crosses. Okay, out of 17 crosses, most of them were to the far post, which Cho should have been there to finish it on the far post. But the crosses were not actually for Cho. Let's not forget that the crosses were actually for Romelu Lukaku, who was not in a position to head it. He was late to arrive either, or he was not jumping for the ball.
Yeah, but I disagree with that, man. I think if you put a ball in, you aim it at a man, and Lukaku's not a hard target to aim at. Like, you remember when we played Zenit in the Champions League, and Aspi just picks a cross at Stamford Bridge to Lukaku's head, he scores. How many times has Cho, even in the final, Cho did one with his left foot, or the one at Aston Villa? Bro, Lukaku's the easiest target to pick out if you're going to cross the ball. I don't think his heading ability is anything that we should be judging here. It's more so the ball when it's on the ground.
Also, the thing is with this.
This is exactly my point. It's not about that's what I've just said. It's a crosses in the box. We're not even going into the crosses on the ground. I'm not even going to that. That's a separate issue that I can tell you. The first touch is gonna be involved in that. The minute that you're gonna say he's not, we're not gonna touch air. We should talk about the balls on the ground. We can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm not here to defend Lukaku, bro.
But his first touch, when the ball gets to him on the ground, his first touches, it's like a rebound. And if he gets in a good position, he gets skied. He misses.
I don't know. Just to say that he misses, I haven't seen, like, Lukaku's had a horrible season. Let's not lie. The past few months in particular, he's been really, really bad. I have not seen him miss a load of chances. I haven't. You can't say that. There is no midfielder who can say, "Oh, I played Lukaku in so many times and he messed it up, so I'm not going to pass to him anymore." That's ridiculous.
Well, if you look like if you look at it like this,
against Tottenham, he was on the shoulder. He rolled the player, and all of a sudden he blocked the ball. The ball right in the last minute.
But that's one game, though. That's one game. When it came to Werner, how many games did we have? When it came to Morata, how many examples did we have? Like, bro, Lukaku's shot conversion is not at a bad rate. I'm sorry, it's not. So, like,
nah, I think I'll also disagree to this point. I mean, see, we've all seen. I understand when you say, initially we were not creating for him, but then I think the team has found a way to create for him. But then it wasn't happening for him. Like, you cannot ask a player to be static there and expect, like, when you say that, he's the easiest target to find in the center. It's not as easy as it sounds, right? If he's the easiest target, it means that it's also easier for the defenders to, move over him and then defend the ball. That is exactly what is happening, right?
But that's because usually
we've seen though against City and in other games that even if a defender is able to get to him,
Alex, you temporarily hold the channel.
If you play a ball that suits him, he can roll that defender. Look at what he did to John Stones against City. John Stones got touched tight to him and he just muscled him off. He floored him because he was able to roll him and get through. So that's the thing. And the thing for me is, if I'm a midfield player, I just play him in, because the thing is if you play him in and he fucks up, that's on him. But if you don't play him in, then you're culpable as part of being blamed. Like, for example, if I have a chance to play him in and I don't, just to be safe, then you can argue, oh, it's his movement, and it probably is in some instances, but you can also argue, well, if the player just plays him in, it gives him the opportunity. You saw the one that Anderson dealt with him. That's on Lukaku, because the ball gets played into him, and he got out-muscled by Anderson in the Palace game. And that's just on him, but the ball got played into him. But then there's other times when the ball doesn't get played into him, and you're like, well, could he have done more there, or should the ball just have gone into him?
Well, listen, like, I'm not anti-Lukaku. Like, I want Lukaku to do well. If Lukaku does well, we do well. I want him to succeed. But, like, if you watch the game yesterday, if you just look at, like, the movement of the front three, and look how deep guys like Conte were able to carry the ball before they released a pass. That's entirely because the forward line was moving and creating space. Like, if Lukaku is standing there, there's no room for N'Golo to carry the ball that deep, because Lukaku's not running off of anybody. Like Havertz and Pulisic, they were running off of guys and running out wide, creating tons of space for N'Golo to carry the ball basically into the box before he released a pass. Like, we're not able to do that right now with Lukaku, because he's standing so stagnant. And I don't know what it is that's making him like not want to run off the ball and maybe go wider than like go out wide a little bit and receive the ball wider. But yesterday you could just tell with the way that the three moved, and I'm not going to use the fluidity word, but the way they just moved, like running off of guys, running wide, running inside, they created so much space for the
hard
midfield.
for defense to track one player.
Right.
Yeah, no,
It's hard for
I think
defense
that's
to
a great
track one
point.
player.
I think that's a great
That's what
point.
we're trying to say. But no,
I think
this movement is limited.
Can I
It's
just say
easy
one
to
thing?
defend against a player that stands still.
Okay.
That's exactly the
I
point.
get.
I
I get
agree.
it. I get everything you guys are saying, and I'm not here to disagree with those valid points that you guys are making, because I've been shouting that that's what Havertz brings to the table when he played in that position. The thing is, when it comes to the whole scapegoating situation I'm talking about within regards to Lukaku, I'm not just talking about Lukaku in this scenario. Bro, we've had it at this club.
Fucking
We tend
hell,
to go
man.
from players to players to players to players, trying to blame them for everything that is going wrong in the way in which we play. I think sometimes we have to just admit, we as a club are finding it very difficult to adapt to the players that we sign. And honestly speaking, that's why when everybody's out here saying, get rid of the front players and sign new ones, in my opinion, we don't deserve to sign new ones. A lot of these players who were signing, guys, they were all banging for the teams that they were playing for, because those teams found a way to best use them. And at the end of the day, we as Chelsea are signing them, and then suddenly they're not working, guys. And then we're saying it's the player's fault. When do we take accountability, guys? When do we take accountability from because to me, the collective is the most important thing. For far too long at Chelsea Football Club, we've relied. Let me finish my point, please. Let me finish my point, please, bro. When it comes to Chelsea, for far too long, guys, we have relied on individuals to carry this club. Now that this system and these systems that we're playing, and we have a coach that is demanding us to play as a team, guys, as a collective, when you see us not performing well, it's because the collective are not doing their jobs all properly together. That's what we're seeing. But instead, what do we go to? Oh, Jorginho's bad. Lukaku is doing this. This guy is doing this. And I'm like, guys, it's not just an individual thing. If the collective don't do their job, guys, it won't work. We are being ineffective in doing what the system requires you to do. And that's what I'm trying to say to a lot of people. Stop blaming individuals, because, guys, we have been through so many players over the God knows how many years now. It can't always be the player's fault.
It's internet. It's a free. It's internet. It's a free speech. I can say whatever fuck I want. Lukaku is a shit and Jennifer is shit. Yeah, I said it.
I want to speak on Lukaku and Havertz.
Lukaku's not bad. No. Hold on. Let's just talk about yesterday's game. Forget Lukaku's disrespect.
I'm trying to. Bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm talking about Havertz and Lukaku, the partnership. Listen, people saying Havertz.
Lukaku's not playing yesterday. Just relax.
No, wait.
No, but Fatou, it's relevant.
It's relevant. It's relevant because it's relevant because you can see the difference between him, Fatou.
Because we're assessing how good our team plays.
Yeah. So Havertz, people saying, listen, Havertz my favorite player. People saying he should be our number 9 going forwards, which he shouldn't. Wait, because he played 7 games when Lukaku was injured. He didn't score 1 goal. Listen, I rate Havertz, like I said, but him going forwards, he can't be our striker. If Lukaku, we need to give him time. He's had half a season, but he needs to just.
Hold on a second. He's 29. You want to give him a time to what? To get the nursing home ready? You want him to get his nursing home ready? What's the time for?
Listen, I rate Havertz, but Lukaku
it's not about
play together.
No, you just said Lukaku needs time. How long did he play in the Premier League?
It's about different tactics, different managers. It's not about how long he played in Premier League. Tuchel's a different guy.
No. What's the one thing that actually have in common between performing good in the Premier League and Italy that we don't have?
Okay, I'm gonna ignore that question because I was waffle. So Lukaku, he has never played in the system. He's never played in the system.
What? Hold on a second. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Fucking idiot.
Listen, Lukaku's never played in the system that's fast and fluid, so he needs to adjust to that.
Anyways, how good was
Pulisic? I said to you,
can I go back to Mo's point, because I had a couple of things to say about it.
Make Patrick get his wallet out. Yeah, man. Cook Mo, man. Cook him.
No, I was say, and I agree with him. And the thing is, like, two things on that, and this is where I come back to the point about Tuchel. And I can't believe I have to preface this because some people are fucking stupid online. But I rate Tuchel, right? He's arguably the best ever manager we've had. But one of the things I'm noticing, especially from this game, that is becoming evident is he tinkers way too much in certain instances. Like the fact that every single, like, I don't rate some aspects of Pulisic's game. There's some things I think he needs to improve. But the fact of the matter is that every time he's played at left wing this season, he has done bits. There comes a point where you just need to play a guy in his position or in a system.
What other games has he played there? I know there was Liverpool, but what was
there was Liverpool. There was that game.
Liverpool, he didn't play
at
left
the
wing.
start of the season, and then there was another. He's played a few games, and every time he's played there at left wing, he has cooked.
Crystal
Basically
Palace,
every time.
Crystal Palace, he weren't good.
Exactly.
He wasn't playing left wing.
I swear he played on the right against Crystal Palace.
He
and Mount
played in the
left.
middle.
Or was it
My
middle?
point
Palace, he played in the middle.
is he's not a right wing. He's not a wing back, and he's not a false nine, and he's definitely not a centre mid. So there comes a point where you just need to play guys in the position that suits them and the right position.
The thing with that,
It's not easy though with injuries. It's not
No,
easy.
no, shut up. There comes a point where
it's not easy with injuries. You must move players around. It's not easy to rotate.
there comes a point where you just
Lewis, I know you want to make money, but does it worth it sometimes?
Oh, this isn't for money. I said I throw the link out to everyone. Why are we trying to do this on a financial thing?
No.
See, Alex, wait. Alex is a hater.
There comes a point where you
let Scott finish, guys.
Yeah, everyone let Scotland.
The reason why you just play a guy in his natural position. People want to talk about injuries. We've got injuries at the minute, and yet in the game yesterday, you had Aspi on the right and you had Alonso on the left, and it worked. And you had Pulisic in his natural position.
The only problem with that is
what was the issue with playing Pulisic at left wing against Palace? There wasn't.
Hold on a
you
second.
could have played him there against Palace, and it would have worked.
Last game.
No. Do you think there is something going on with in the midfield, like with the play, like with short? What did anybody say? What's the problem? I'm sorry, man. What did you just put in the chat?
Anyway,
that fuck face over here, Nathaniel. What did you just put in the chat?
Hi, Nathaniel. Why are you shit stirring, man? This is what starts the beef.
I'm not. How am I?
Right, so that weren't you that commented that then.
No, wait. I commented it, but that's not stirring anything.
And you guys are gonna make Fodder reach for his wallet.
Nah, because it was unwarranted. Like the first time, like
but
that's
before
that was unwarranted.
that's one point. I think there comes a point where it does just need to be people need to play in their natural positions, and you'll start to see the best out of them.
What
as I said, Pulisic is good. Play him as a left winger. Play him as a left winger now. Like for the next few games, we did it with Ziyech. We did it with Havertz for a time last season. We've done it with Lukaku. We did it with Cho. Just play him in his natural position now. Just start playing him.
I just don't think we have 11 that can play in a full natural positions. I don't think we have starting 11.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying everywhere. I'm saying in the attack.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not possible everywhere.
I see what you're saying.
Because you have injuries and like as people have to play as a wing back.
But
hold
on a second. I see what you're saying. Don't you think that Lukaku actually the reason why we don't play those players in the natural position and we play the players that not in form?
Well, if you're going to accommodate
what I'm saying is like for Pulisic to play in his best position, the left wing supposed to be somebody has to give him that space, right? Because he's not automatic starter.
Right.
Pulisic, right? So somebody has to not play over there. So if Lukaku plays in the center and Mount plays on the right, who plays on the left all the time? Either Kai Havertz or Cho. So Pulisic was not playing. My question is, I agree with you, and that could be on Tuchel why he's not playing Pulisic, but he chose to stick with Lukaku and Ziyech. He chose because they're not playing. One more thing before I leave. The front four. We can play front four if you forget. Like we can play four at the back with a left winger, two up front, Havertz and Lukaku, and a right wing. Listen, anything I say, you guys hate me. What's it called? Big up Lewis. Big up Lewis.
We can. It's just we have issues elsewhere when we do that. Anyway,
what I was trying to say, like, do you think I understand? I 100% agree with your point about this. Players should play in the natural starters, especially forward. My question is, Do you think Lukaku, forcing him because his performances were shit and he forced him into it, right? He forced him to play even though it's bad. He takes the space. So there's somebody that in form cannot play in that space.
Right.
But
if you're going to start Lukaku and
in that
Havertz,
position, in terms of strikers, realistically speaking, we have two options. I'm not counting Werner. I'm sorry, Fata. He's not good enough. He needs to leave. And he's not really. He's not even. No, but the thing is, he's not even really a central striker anyway. Like, he's better off the left anyway. So if you're looking at the striker position, you've got Havertz and Lukaku. So one of them has to sit out. Then if you're looking on the left, realistically speaking, you have three options. Maybe four if you put Mount over there.
I'll tell you Cho
You've got Cho, Werner, Pulisic. I've already said my piece on Werner. Cho has had bad spells. Now it's Pulisic's turn. We saw Cho came in with the injuries and showed that he was good enough to stay in the team for that stretch of period. Now it's Pulisic's chance. He's shown that at left wing he's doing well. It's now time to get a run of games in that position, not at right wing back, not at fucking false nine, like not at centre mid, not at 10, left wing. Left wing, play him there. If he has a couple of bad performances, cool, but let him play there.
I'll be real, I don't think like we should end the Pulisic at 10 experiment. I think it didn't really work. Bro. If you watch Pulisic yesterday, most of the times where Pulisic affects the game, it's in central areas. He's not a touchline winger. He's more of an inside type of player anyway.
Inside forward.
So, I guess more of an inside forward. So I don't think playing him in the 10 is the worst position for him. I just think he didn't have the best of games.
Nah, but I think when he played,
but I agree with you about the consistency, man. None of our forwards have any consistency, and you saw what happened when we gave Ziyech a little bit of consistency. He actually started performing, and it wasn't even like Ziyech was having a good game every week, but because he was used to playing, he was getting goals and assists, and it was just building his confidence. So, I think Pulisic deserves that as well after yesterday's performance.
Oscar, I actually think that Pulisic was doing good in 10 against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace was fouling him. Every time he gets the ball and tried to turn around and carry, he was fouled. He literally spent so much time on the ground when he was playing in the midfield.
And that's expected against Palace because it's a very strong midfield three.
You see what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying he should start over there all the time. But there is a position. It shouldn't be like you said. It shouldn't be like the worst thing for Pulisic to play at that position. But Ziyech is the only one that got started. He looks like preseason type Ziyech was. That's how good.
Yeah, now he's just got that injury out of nowhere.
He's cursed. I can't lie.
Will he be fit for the final?
Probably not.
Apparently, both Kovacic and Ziyech's injury doesn't seem to be really serious. It seems so. They'll probably be fit.
Yeah, it wasn't serious injuries the way I understood. It was just a precautionary thing that we left. I think, if anything, it was more Kovacic was more injured than Ziyech.
Yeah, so there is a good possibility that we might have most of the members of the squad except for Chilwell for the finals. Maybe Reece James not in a playing condition, but we
you guys see Ben Chilwell kicking ball on Cho's story?
Yeah, man, but I don't think it's anything to get excited about.
What? It's not that serious.
Yeah, so like Cho put up an Insta story of Ben Chilwell in training, and he was just kicking the ball about the medical room.
It was in the dressing room. It was literally just.
I think it was like the medical room or something where they get like massages.
And he was literally making like 5-yard passes, and that was about it.
Yeah,
he
big
ain't
up him
playing until next year.
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah,
now I'm sad. Poku Doku. Now I'm sad. You brought sadness. Now I'm sad.
Oh, sorry, mate.
on a level,
but by the way, do you think that we at least look a little bit better what we did like last season?
Your mic's on mute.
Oh yeah. I was trying to figure out why Rodrigo got timed out. Sorry, man. I don't know who timed you out, but I'm looking back at the past comments. You didn't say anything wild or anything like that. Prime says stop spamming and being rude. What did he say that was rude? Oh, we said Scott waffling again. Okay, maybe that might be why he got timed out. But yeah, don't ban him or nothing. He's not toxic or anything like that.
I don't know, man. I feel like they should be able to say if we're waffling.
Yeah, I don't think that's that deep in general. Like, obviously, don't be insulting or anything like that, but like saying someone's waffling ain't really that deep. Big up Kevin Fraser as well, who says big up to VJ. Rodrigo, yeah, I don't know why you got timed out for that, but Prime Lau, it wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep. Yeah, so we've gone through Ziyech, Kovacic. Both sound like they're gonna be fit for the final, thankfully.
To be fair, like
Lewis,
they're both like
you sounded the way that you say sound, it means that they're chasing time, literally. You said sound, by the way.
Yeah, we don't know the specific time frame, but I guess it sounds positive. Like I saw the way Kovacic came off, I was worried, and then Ziyech, I thought he might have aggravated his injury because he came back and tried to continue playing on.
Both,
but if it means that they're both fit, thank God, because Ziyech definitely has to start that one.
To be fair, I think
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Depending on who's back, like if Mount's back, I mean, in terms of the attacking areas, but I think both of them, we're not. I wouldn't say we're short in either position where it's like
if Mount's fit,
you're struggling. I was going to say it's straight swaps in both areas. Like you just bring Jorginho back in the midfield, and you bring Mount back in the front three.
Did Mount didn't come off the bench though? Did he?
No.
Yeah, so I wouldn't start him for the final. He's got no sharpness.
It probably
the problem is, see, it's a bit of a conundrum, right? Like when you start with the back three and then you play Ziyech, he's not going to be obviously as effective as he would be in the back four. And if you go for a back four, then it's not the ideal formation that you'd want to face in a Liverpool game. So
he's embarrassingly one-footed, man. It's so hard to watch sometimes. Like he'll make some nice.
Kante released a perfect ball to him, and then he fucked up because he had to turn onto his left. If he smashed that with his right, I think he has a stronger finish.
Yeah, he had some great chances
as well. He's out there on the Cho stands again, but I'm not surprised after a performance like that from Pulisic.
Wait, he says I have Oscars framed. What does he have framed?
He's got your
Jesters, let us know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah. What could you possibly have saved?
Respect.
He caught you waffling, bro. It is what it is.
Hey man, I don't waffle, man. Only minerals get landed over here. You know what I mean?
I know Scott's head's gonna explode, but I'm gonna give Ruben a little love for yesterday too. I thought he did pretty good as the solo holding mid.
No. Right, give him love. This is another thing. Give him love. But my word, the people I've seen on Twitter going, "Oh, he might be the answer to our 6 issue." Like, respect me.
No way.
I've seen it. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'm sorry. This is the same thing we said after the Aston Villa Cup game, and then he dropped the second half performance against Brentford and that Watford performance where Sissoko and Cleverly made him look like a bum. Respectfully, I'm not trying to hear it. Respectfully, I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah, like
Tuchel loves it, man. Tuchel loves Ruben, man.
I know, but I like him in the position that he's here now. He's good depth to the squad.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be.
No, I'm not saying he's going to be in the starting 11 by any means. I think he's a phenomenal squad player because he's so versatile. Like I said, I was talking with I don't remember who. Maybe it was Jester. I was talking with him yesterday. I'm like, there's like very few players in world football who have his size and ability and strength. Like it's very few who can do what he does. Like. Across like world football, I'm talking like as big as he is, as strong as he is, with the kind of feet that he has,
fast as well.
Like there's not many guys built like him. And I think Tuchel is enamored with him sometimes when he watches him because he's like, God damn, look at the size of this guy. And like, if he could he's learning a new position. We all know that he's not a 6.
He's a rare player.
But like he's rare for like the kind of abilities he has. And I think Tuchel's like, God damn, if I could turn him into a proper 6, like he could be a monster. So I think that's why you see him getting these minutes, because I think Tuchel really, really likes him. And he's hard not to like, but I agree with Scott. Like he's not the answer to any long-term things, but he's a phenomenal squad player.
Definitely.
But I think Ruben further forward as an 8 is different breed though.
Yeah. I agree. I think like in that 4-1, you could play. I think you could play him as obviously 8 is his strongest position. You could play him as an 8 in like one of our 4 at the back formations. But
the problem he's got as an 8 is if you look at our 8 depth, his best attribute is his ball carrying ability, and unfortunately, every single 8 we have, and the 8 we've got on loan that people want to integrate in the squad, every single one of them is the same mold. They're all ball carriers. Every single 8 we've got is all ball carriers. None of them are an eye for a pass type of player.
Yeah,
so then you're looking at where is he on that depth chart, and he is quite comfortably 4th or 5th. And if he's 4th or 5th, I'd just rather have Gallagher. Yeah, in terms of right now, he's 4th or 5th choice. Like people want Gallagher over him in the squad. He's not ahead of Mount. He's not ahead of Kovacic. I wouldn't even say he's ahead of Kante.
Yeah.
Is Gallagher a ball
obviously.
carrier?
I don't
That's not my
know.
thing.
Gallagher is not ball carrier. So this Mount is not a ball carrier.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are. They are ball carriers.
No, we're not.
They are.
I haven't
What are
watched
they?
enough of
We'll
Gallagher.
agree to
To me,
disagree,
Gallagher's like
but
an
I don't
energy
think we
drinker.
are.
They're not the one that's going to break the lines with an amazing pass. They're
They
more
actually, they're
carry
the
the
ones
ball.
that actually will pass
I
quicker
think
than
Mount's
run with the
supposed
ball.
to be. I think that's what Mount's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
I
Scott.
mean,
I
see,
think Mount
Not
can
though.
more than Gallagher, but when I watch both of them, they seem like energy eights to me. Like they're
Exactly. That's
relentless
it.
off the
Yeah.
ball. Like they both have a good
Exactly.
shot. Like Mount probably slightly better ball carrier than Gallagher, but like when I watch, they're both like high energy guys. Like
yeah, and they can do it, but would they do it on a regular basis? I'm not
No,
so
they
sure.
don't. This is the whole
They
issue as to
don't.
why people
No,
are going,
no.
"Oh, we want a Fabregas type in our midfield." Because if they
Right.
were
Yeah, I
doing
think
it
Mount
regularly,
can
then
do actually pass. Mount will pass it before he runs with the ball.
You say
That's
that, but
I don't know about you lot, but when it comes to Mount lately, what I've liked the most is like when he's playing with Ziyech and Asby, and it's been really good to watch just like the link up play between those players, but also the runs that he's making, and it's allowing space for Ziyech to actually have more of an influence in the game. An aspect that I liked even from last night's game was Rudiger and Thiago weren't actually afraid to like switch the play if needed. Rudiger in particular for me that stood out, and I was just like,
Tuchel got on his ass though at the end of the game for switching the ball. Like he got on Rudiger's ass. Rudiger, it was like late in the game, maybe like 12 minutes left, and I think he wanted Rudiger to keep the ball and keep possession. And Rudiger sprayed it out wide, and Tuchel was like hands up at him, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Rudiger gave him one back, like, "Okay, well, this is what I'm doing. I'm spraying the ball."
He was first 20 minutes was cooking Alonso. Because Alonso was shit.
have you seen Tuchel's yesterday? He was screaming a lot for Alonso.
Yeah, on Alonso, especially in the beginning.
Oh my god, there was a guy sat behind me, guys. Every minute of that game, I'm telling you, 95% of that game, this guy was cussing out Alonso. 95%. He wasn't even celebrating goals the way he was cussing out Alonso.
Sorry, I should have kept it down. My bad.
Right. I promised I wouldn't speak on Alonso because it's like I think Andrew
I
says
heard
it
you all
best,
the way
like,
from Westview.
I thought he should have scored yesterday.
yeah, he had 2 good looks. He
Bro,
had 2 good looks.
what he needed to do was not be on that pitch, guys. I can't lie to nobody, bro. Fucking hell, bro.
That's the thing. Like I think Andrew says it best. Like when Marcos Alonso plays, you get what you get with Marcos. There's no you can't expect more than
and I want a
anything.
refund.
I can't lie to you. The longer this season goes on,
I think he'll still start against Liverpool.
Bro, it's
probably
crazy.
will. And I'm not gonna lie, if depending on the formation we're gonna play.
I think Sarr is gonna be actually.
I think it depends on
I think it's Alonso.
The reason why I think no, I don't think so. We'll go back to
not
the reason why I say
Liverpool.
Yeah, they've been historically weak against back three, to be honest. And every time Havertz has managed to find that space, like when we played against Liverpool last time, Lukaku was completely marked by Matip, I believe. So it's better that we don't start him anyways, and you use Havertz to play there. And if we start playing the same 3-4-3, we could have Alonso start in that position. I think Tuchel will probably do the same. We are worried. What if he comes against Salah? But then there is also another point where Trent is going to be most of the time out of his position, trying to contribute to Salah's run, which means we have to exploit that side of the area, which can happen only if Alonso goes forward.
That's why Timo Werner should be playing against Liverpool every time.
That's because that's
the point.
Well, it would be Pulisic on Trent, right?
Yeah, it's Pulisic that should start.
It could be Pulisic, right? I mean, right now, if we still can play with Pulisic, but then I still think that Alonso would be the best person to support Pulisic there because he can be more offensive on that front. If we start with Sarr, what's probably going to happen is they will know that we're going to have play defensively against both Salah and Trent, which will also give more leverage for Trent to come forward. Also, on the other hand, we will be so predictable that we're going to overload the right side rather than the left side, which means they can just keep free flowing their attack on the right flank, which would be very, very difficult for both Sarr and Rudiger to deal with. So Alonso kind of gives a bit of dynamism in this particular
Remember
game.
what I was saying about Pulisic, about how he loves to drift in centrally. Alonso holds the width on the other side, so it allows a defender to go and like occupy that space, which gives Pulisic a little bit more room in the middle. I feel like when our wingers play, they tend to be isolated, and when they're isolated, they can't do anything. So Alonso and Pulisic actually worked well yesterday because Alonso was getting up just as high.
He loves he loves the goal against Liverpool too, man.
Well, that's why Ziyech is good, because we have a good overlap and winger on the right, and left side doesn't have that overrunner.
Because Sarr's all right defensively, but when he plays on the left, he doesn't go forward. So you saw Havertz on the weekend, and it was like Havertz was playing on the left by himself. It was like he was never going to be able to perform in that position when Sarr is playing as a defensive player. And the same thing happens when whoever plays there, if it's Mount or if it's Cho, like you need an overlapping fullback. And as bad as Alonso is, he at least is a body that makes those runs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Scott got it right. You'll see Jorginho and Mount slide in for Ziyech and
Jorginho
Kovacic
did not play any game against Liverpool.
Jorginho? Why do you think Jorginho will come in?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if it's not him, it's Ruben. Those are the only two options really to start.
Why?
Next to
what about
Conte.
Kovacic and Conte? Like, wait, played.
If I'm saying if Kova is not fit, if Kova ends up getting hurt.
It depends if he's fit or not. Like if he's not fit,
that's what I'm saying. We're gonna play back four because that's how we played against them.
Wasn't there a report today that said he was fit?
Formation.
Hey, I hope if he's fit, he plays for me, Oscar. I'm not saying if he's fit, he plays for me. If he's not fit,
I heard someone say earlier today. I was on a Twitter space and someone said that a report came out saying he was fit. I don't know if that was true or not. But...
Yeah. Pies actually sent
Oh, was it Pies? Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, if he's fit, man, I think it's Kova Kante, man. The game is a lot more open when those two play. But I feel like when we play the big teams anyway, we don't hold as much possession. We tend to relinquish it, and they rattle us. So the game ends up being open anyway. Keeping Jorginho in there, I don't think it serves us well against Liverpool. I really don't.
I can't lie. We didn't control the midfield the last time we played Liverpool. I don't think we did, but it was Liverpool's shite midfield.
No, we were. But the thing is,
if they have to put midfield back, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Kova Kante.
Bro, Kova and Kante dominated them at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
they won every.
No, I didn't deep all the injuries that they had going into that game. If they have the same midfield, I'm here for it. If
what
they don't
injuries did they have?
They had fucking Milner playing in midfield.
Thiago went there.
They had Henderson, Milner, and Fabinho. That's a horrible midfield.
Bro, their midfield in the final is going to be Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago. So it's only one difference.
Thiago's a massive difference, though.
I feel you, but like, is Jorginho like what difference is that going to be?
I personally think we're going to get bad in the midfield if we play that too. Like we did well yesterday, but Lille only really had Renato Sanchez, and we struggled with him in the first half. The difference
of why I play Jorginho, if that's their midfield, I'd play Jorginho over one of Kante or Kovacic, probably Kovacic, is because the thing with Thiago is. And the thing with the midfield we had is you saw in the second half of that Liverpool game, they started to get more control and they found the gaps in our midfield. Thiago does that regularly. If Thiago's in the team, he's going to do that regularly. He's going to find the gaps in the midfield where both of the midfielders tend to drift because they will drift because that's how they play. The gaps in the midfield.
Bigger pitch too.
And then Thiago, because he's got the ability, will find Salah, will find Mane, will find Firmino, and in those gaps, and that's when they'll exploit us. That's
Firmino. Firmino's out, I believe.
Yeah. Firmino and Jota are out.
Jota's out. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Both are out.
I would see the reason I played Kova Kante, other than the fact that I love both of them as players, is with Mount playing, which I think Mount will play on the right in that game. He'll drop deep and he'll give them support. And I think with the three of those guys in midfield, sort of like, I mean, I know Jorginho played in the Champions League final, but same idea. Like Mount will drop deep to help support the midfield, and that will free up Pulisic and Havertz to get in behind, up at the front line. But yeah, as long as he's healthy, I would pick Kovacic.
And remember, what's his name? They have a Championship League game on Wednesday.
They play today.
They're playing right now.
No, they don't. It's like Let's Go United today.
No, they're playing in the league.
The Premier League today.
Yeah, they're playing.
Liverpool are playing today.
They're playing Leeds again.
They got and it's a must win game for them as well.
Fucking hell!
It's a Premier
I thought
League
they had
game.
a free week.
No,
They're Wednesday, and they're playing on Tuesday next week.
Sunday,
the
Tuesday.
Championship League game.
Okay. So we might.
What happens
today's
next week.
Today's a must-win game for Liverpool.
No,
So
that Champions League game though, they're basically through. That Champions League game is a
yeah, but that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant for us. Like all we care about is today, because if
I was just going to say the point that they might have to rest players for that Champions League. They don't have that Champions League game's a write-off.
They won't. They won't. The hope is that somebody like their players aren't as fresh for Sunday because they exhausted themselves today for a long time. That's the hope.
Again, it's Leeds. I don't hold a lot. I just don't hold a lot of hope.
I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to win against Leeds, at least without so for me, if you have to win against Leeds, you have to run a lot. So you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they pick.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Leeds got battered the other day, so hopefully they realize they don't need to get battered again.
Yeah, big up Rodrigo saying you guys worried about the sanctions to Roman Abramovich. Not just yet, personally, because we had the conversation on DR Sports as well yesterday. And even if we do suffer sanctions and Roman has money taken out of the club, like if that was the scenario, we're a sustainable club in itself. We can survive off the revenue we make per season and off our academy. We've been trying to be more sustainable since we won our first Champions League. It will hurt us.
There's the reason why Marina is the director. You can make somebody director of football at City. You don't actually have to sell the club. It's not everything as bad as people think.
Plus, I don't think that deep.
Yeah, plus he's not a Russian. He doesn't have assets at Russia anymore. Well, he has it, but he's not on the board of anything. He's not that big in Russia anymore. He's a Jewish guy that there's no deep shit.
He's an Israeli Portugal citizen, guys. That's where he lives.
Yeah.
He's from Portugal.
He has a Portugal.
Yes, he's from Portugal. Just let it go. Josh.
Right.
Wait, what?
Red, what? Big up Jesters as well, saying the same people who complain on Pulisic being injury prone are awfully quiet on Ziyech. He's on his third injury this year. Agenda's got a rondo. Very fair point. Like with Pulisic, it's because it's been consistent. But Ziyech,
this is just straight false. He's on his second injury this year, and also with the first injury, he missed 6 days.
One at a time.
This isn't true. Just going to put it out there. This isn't true.
Somebody posted that Jota is more chance for Sunday game than what's his name?
Then cover.
Like no, Klopp tends to be
other guy, Firmino.
Klopp tends to be more on the safe side though sometimes with these guys, especially if he's looking ahead to Tuesday. He does tend to like rest guys and even games like this to be ready for the Champions League game. So Jota's like,
what was the second injury? Sorry, bro. Continue.
No, you're good. You're good. Doesn't really matter.
No. That was the only point I wanted to get.
He had the shoulder injury and he's had this injury. And the shoulder injury, he missed 5 days, 1 game. This
to me, if he's back for the final, then this doesn't count.
He was consistently shit because of that shoulder injury, even when he played.
Exactly. They're not comparable. Pulisic has missed 59 club games. I don't know whether that's in his career or for us. He's missed 59 club games through injury. Hakim Ziyech has missed nowhere near that many. Like, it's not comparable. It's just not comparable.
I think he's talking about this season, though.
Goyam says, name Lukaku, aka Brick Boots or Tim's. Strengths, sweating, Italian interviews, binge eating. Best position, middle to right bench, WWE, or Inter Milan.
Oh
fucking hell, man.
No.
That's ridiculous.
That's bad.
God damn.
Let's look a bit like Omos, though. Can't lie.
He's already beat down, man.
Bobby Lashley, bro.
You Bobby Lashley. Nah, he's defo Omos. He's got the facial hair and everything. Fucking hell. Like, that's just a typical Go AM comment, but big up yourself anyway. Jesters, let me know where that second injury came from, because I only recognize
the one that he was
even Alex, what you said, even this season, as I said, Hakim Ziyech has missed 5 days, or 5 days, I was wrong, not 6. 5 days.
It is 3 injuries, by the way.
What's the other injury?
So I swear he got injured in the Super Cup.
Yeah, that's the shoulder injury.
And then
so this is the thing, right?
had,
For Hakim Ziyech has missed like 5 days out of the shoulder injury. That's one thing, and now he's missed this game. You can still argue that he did, he was not fit for some of the games completely.
I don't
playing
agree
and all
with
that.
Jester, by the way. I'm just saying. I think it is 3 though.
But with respect to Christian Pulisic, this is the thing, right? He had an ankle injury out of which he missed 12 games, which is 52 days, like September 9th to October 31st. So it's not really comparable, like you said, Scott. 12 games to 2 games or 3 games.
Exactly. And Hakim Ziyech has never been injury prone his entire career. The most games he's missed from he's missed 6 games. He's missed 47 days is the most he's missed.
So it is 2.
This is the weirdest comparison. Like, who's the most injury prone? I don't really get it. Like,
happens at Chelsea.
It's a reach, bro. He's desperate, man. He has to run some sort of agenda in it.
We're competitive about everything on here, even who's more injured. CBA.
We had discussions about Bakayoko, Drinkwater, who's the worst player or something like. We do all that.
We have so many weird comparisons. The one we had the other day, we spent 20 minutes on who was worse out of Werner and Morata.
Yeah, Morata, yeah.
That was just a good debate, man. I was watching that one. I enjoyed that.
I'm looking for the articles here.
What was the one? What was the one you guys had the other day? Was it like Werner last year versus Lukaku this year? Who's been worse?
Yeah.
Alex was ridiculous.
Do you guys think Hazard's coming back?
What?
No.
Oh shit! Yeah, we did hear about that. Apparently, he could be coming on loan for next season.
You heard as well that West Ham have upped their price for Rice. It's 120 million now.
Price is all out.
Yeah. Hey, where's all them Rice in the comment section saying he's worth it? Is he still worth it now, guys?
Of course he is.
Yeah.
I said 120.
There is an argument.
2 months ago. What are you
doing, man? You can't say that on the channel. Come on, man.
There is an argument to be had right now that Rodri is the best DM in the league. There is an argument that Rodri is the best DM in the league, and you think that Rice is worth double what Rodri was worth. What for? Are you mad?
Please price this out.
Yeah, bro. Make
it 150 million.
I heard Haaland went for 200 million. You should be pushing that range.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody concerned that Haaland is injury prone? This is his second or third knee injury.
Yeah, he's missed a lot of games.
Yeah, it is slightly worrying, man. I rate the kid so highly, and he keeps missing games. It's not going to be. Yeah, it's just not good, in it. It's just not good. Every time I watch Dortmund, he's in the stands.
I wouldn't say he's injury prone, but this season in particular, he has been very injured through a lot of the season. He still has, I think, like 16 goals in 12 games, but.
Yeah, but Josh, I think every season he has a spell where he's out of the team.
Yeah,
every season.
Well. I don't watch enough Dortmund to know how, but I've recognized this season more than other seasons that he's missed a bunch of games.
It's worrying, man. It's worrying.
Oh, so it's FA Cup next week. I thought it was the Championship League for Liverpool next week.
No, it's FA Cup because we've got Luton.
Maybe hopefully they'll get knocked out of that too, and we can win that.
We're playing Norwich, so it's a little bit more important. It's FA Cup. Never mind. Yeah, it's still more important that we have a game in hand today, Premier League, because I think we need to play. It's a different kind of game. It's still Premier League game, and you don't know what kind of leads you'll get.
It's a must-win for them.
Is that a away game or a home game for Liverpool? Is that at Liverpool or not?
What that's happening today?
Yeah.
I'll go check.
Is Liverpool playing home or away?
It should be away.
No, it's a home game, Anfield.
Somebody said it's a home, yeah.
Oh,
fair enough. They haven't lost
what other games are on tonight?
Burnley Spurs tonight.
Watford Palace, Burnley Spurs, Liverpool, Leeds United.
Tottenham playing today too.
Yeah, they got Burnley away.
Burnley.
Tuesday 7:30 kickoff at Burnley away. That is suffering.
Right now, United would have started, right?
3 o'clock.
They start at 3. They start at 3. 3 on my.
I don't care. I'm saying my time.
They could be back to like 6 a.m.
Lewis, Rice is proper 12. Just pay the money, man.
Oh, dear.
Right. Oh, thank you for coming on, bro. Fucking hell, man.
It doesn't. A joke not funny if you bring him right back up. It's not
Oh,
funny.
my
It's just
days.
if you kick him, you kick him.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know what? I probably should have kicked him for that 120 mil. Stinky
C1
ass
doing
thing.
C1 things, man. It is
Respect
what it
Rice,
is.
man. Respect Rice.
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't disrespect anything.
no.
I can go Tesco's and get 10 kg of rice for 17.50. I don't need to pay 120 mil for that.
West Ham players can get fucked, man.
Why should I respect Rice?
Because he's proper Charles.
Because
He's the captain of West Ham. He can...
No. Why should I respect? Why should I respect Rice?
Because he's a good
Oscar, Oscar, he's closer to you than to me. So do your things, Oscar.
He's keeping it simple.
Can I punch him from the screen? C1, man, get out of here.
I can respect just any player because they're a good player, no matter what club they play for. Yeah.
I think we need to reevaluate this term proper Chelsea. Can someone define what is proper Chelsea?
I'll tell you what it is.
At this point, bro, I can't lie.
Fucking Chelsea.
Now,
Are the guys who go Chelsea, home and away, Europe,
I'm not even
next to sellers before the game, keep their phones in their back pockets, pure English blood through and through.
Yeah. I said
they know all the lyrics from Super Frankie Lampard from start to finish.
Pure English. What do you
That's
mean?
proper fucking Chelsea.
There's a non-politically correct way to put what a proper shell is, but I won't speak on
I
it.
said pure English. I couldn't believe it.
100% English blood. Proper fucking Chelsea. That's the definition of it. AKA waffle. Absolute waffle from start to finish.
I mean, it's becoming as
Johnny is a proper Chelsea.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we'll say
You said it was Scott.
I'll tell you who's not proper
Minerals.
Chelsea, man. And it's that guy Oscar, man. He ain't proper Chelsea, man.
Why am I not proper Chelsea?
You ain't been to the away game
black,
outside of London. Nah. You ain't been you don't make me say the shit that is controversial, bro. I'll do it.
He ain't proper Chelsea, man. He didn't do.
Hey, Fatu, why are you getting involved?
If you weren't there in 1955 when we won our first league title, you ain't proper fucking Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. You don't weren't there, but it's a fact. Mohammed, why am I not proper
And
Chelsea?
you gotta wear gazelles and a scarf.
Hey,
Don't forget.
I need you to
You
go
have a
to the
little Stone Island jacket too as well. Don't forget that too. Get the badge in. Don't get the badge in, people.
I'm being deadly serious, bro. Go to a game outside of London and an away game outside of London, then you can be.
I went to Arsenal away, and they're outside of Europe.
Look at this! Look at this! For fuck's sake! Get him out of here! Get him out of here, bro!
Look at this. Just listen to this. If you say proper Chelsea 5 times in a row, Johnny will show up. So try not to do it.
Proper Chelsea, proper Chelsea, minerals, proper Chelsea.
And then very tight jeans, yes.
Potter saying there were too many new people sitting around him last night is proper Chelsea behavior.
Oh my god!
See, in the beginning of our stream, he was already complaining about not proper Chelsea at the stadium.
Too many new people around me. That's proper.
Hey,
that's proper
Fatou, you're an elitist, man. You want the club to remain the same.
You know what the thing is?
Oscar, you think we're joking? He's complaining about the new people at the stadium. He's like,
I know.
It's such a horrible thing. I had to sit with the new people around
I
me.
want my normal season ticket people, man. Not new people, man.
Do you know what the thing is with proper Chelsea, right? Some of
You
these
privileged
fans,
prick.
Yeah, wow. This guy, Alex.
You gotta buy a fanzine as well. Don't forget, you need to be a Chelsea pitch owner as well.
What does Rice have that?
Yeah, Oscar, that too, bro. Get that sorted.
I don't think any of you have it, but Josh.
And you can't be wearing match shirts. You ain't a fucking player, so you ain't wearing the fucking
Josh.
match shirt. You gotta wear Stone Island. Hey, Josh, proper fucking Chelsea. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
You gotta wear the Stony. Wait, Josh, you're a pitch
We're
owner.
never leaving the bridge. We're never leaving.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Wait, is Josh actually a pitch owner?
I'm actually in the process of doing it too.
Proper Chelsea. Let's
And
go.
when I'm getting my votes, I'm kicking Father after that.
Hey, Josh, they're welcoming you right in, bro. Like, if you're a pitch owner, you need to just be a season ticket holder. That's it, bro. You're done.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it too. It's application.
I didn't realize how proper Chelsea
pint
Josh
that
was.
shit singer beer.
Yeah, man.
Lewis, what does Rice do?
Josh is actually the most proper Chelsea in
Lewis, what does
this
Rice have that?
space
Yeah,
right
what
now.
the fuck you mean, bro? I've what the fuck?
What, Mo? You think you're more proper Chelsea than Josh?
Hey guys, I pay more than you lot to go to games, man. Leave me the fuck alone.
Mo, I hate to tell you, but we're going to be raising your season tickets next year.
Hey, my stand is heated. Why were you lot so cold last night after you got out of the game?
I wasn't cold. I was warm.
This guy's
nice
a privileged
studio,
twat.
sofa, Maggie on the side. I'm good.
Hey, ever heard of padded seats, guys? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. All right.
Right, C1, what were you going to say, bro?
Rash is worth every penny, bro. Don't worry.
You had to ask that again.
Is he still talking about Rice?
My God, C1 is still talking about Rice.
Bro.
He's calm. He's John Terry is his idol, man. You already know, man.
Hey, Fatter, drop 100. You know what to do.
Hey, relax, Fatter, man. Not today.
You know the assignment, bro.
Bro, it's all fun and games now, man. Fuck it hell.
I'm in the back, so I can't be off.
All this is a fucking Rice prop. Yeesh.
Alex in the comments is killing me.
What's Alex saying?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah, no.
Hey, that's crazy. That is hilarious.
Can somebody explain it to me because I don't know what it means?
Don't try and pronounce Sal's surname incorrectly. Oh, we should say that.
Jesus.
It's getting worse. Change subject.
I don't get it. I'm too old for this. Somebody need
Oh my God.
Grandpa.
Basically, you pronounce Sal's name incorrectly and you're very likely to get cancelled.
No,
Yep.
my God.
I still don't get
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Alex, what's
If you pronounce it wrong, it's basically saying the N word.
Who said that? Someone just
Alex,
stuck it in there.
Alex.
Well,
Right, Alex,
just
Alex
stuck it
from
in
Chelsea, not this Alex. Fucking hell, man. That's one of the wildest comments.
We are
Man, I love Sal, man. I like
Saul's
Sal.
last name? What is Saul's last name?
Sal Niguez.
Niguez.
You've got to be very careful about it. There we go.
Get him out. Get him
Poke, you might want to pop on camera for a
trying to get
second.
cancelled out here. What the fuck?
Somebody spelled it, and I got it. Somebody spelled the name on that. I saw it.
Boy, Alex, man, fucking hell, man.
Bro, when fans get pissed off here, the stuff that comes, football fans are fucking weird, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
The stuff that comes out of their mouth sometimes, man. How can a guy literally, and then what was it? The Villa away game. He saw John McGinn and he kept on basically controlling our midfield. This guy was so pissed when he came close by. He's like, "You fat Scottish bastard, yeah." And as soon as he said it, someone next to him looks at him and says, "Bro, I'm Scottish." This guy starts apologizing.
Oh boy,
he's like, "I was just joking." I'm like, "No, you fucking."
I swear someone got investigated for that.
It's so stupid, bro.
I don't remember what game it is, but I swear I heard. No, it was at the home game, wasn't it? When we played Villa at home.
Bro, these people are so.
Because I know
dumb,
there was fans who were giving John McGinn stick then. I think it got investigated.
And these people tried to make it seem like, oh, like you can say stuff like this and get away with. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Do you think they don't like vloggers? Because stuff gets said at the football and they want to keep it hidden.
Yeah,
bro, and then when we pop out there with our cameras, suddenly they can't say what they want to say. Oh well.
No, bro, how can this guy literally said to the guy, "I was joking." I'm telling you, the tone that we had, there was no joke in there whatsoever, bro. This guy was being deadly serious, and I'm like, why do they do this, bro? Why?
That's a UK thing, man.
Oh,
that is 100%
so annoying, bro.
Why do you think Bakayoko's disaster class were bad enough for the reason that we were watching it, but it was bad even worse in ground because of the shit you'd hear from fans? Watford away, the amount of stuff that I heard going on around him was mad. You know, that Watford away game, we dropped the disaster class and everything.
Oh, dear Lord, yeah.
The Watford game.
Yeah, but again, that's why I like vlogging, because as soon as they see this face with a camera, they're already pissed off because they got to mind
Josh,
their
did you
behavior.
did you got it framed or you framed it at home?
No, I came framed. I bought it framed.
There's a two framed, and I don't get it. Which one I need to get?
Yeah, because it's signed, so it came framed.
Okay.
No, it comes with a frame. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Exactly, Dylan. Gatekeeper FC
who
with half
signed
of
it?
these
Marino?
match-going fans.
I requested it. I
you can
requested
request
The worst
players.
part about this, about football fans
Which player?
as well.
You can request. I requested Pulisic originally, but they didn't. The club didn't have any available.
He got
They were
Barkley.
they were waiting on more from the club. So what they did was they gave me one signed by like 9 players, like Asby, Mount.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's like some really great players.
Did you get the Barkley signature?
No,
look
no
at
Barkley.
this.
Thank
Look
God.
at this.
Actually, you know what? He may be
Why,
on.
Oscar,
why did you even pay? What was the point of paying if you didn't get Barkley?
Look at this.
On that, did you get AC or not?
I don't think they let players that are leaving sign it.
I think it was like £200. It's Asby, Ruben, Angolo, Callum, Mason,
Joe!
Send it.
Kepa the Great, and William the Great.
Hey, you got the Cho signature, man. That's what that matters.
I do, man. I do.
I
Hey,
just got no
William,
Christian
where's
one. Throw
Alonso?
it in the bin.
That's worth
And
a lot of money.
I know. One day it will be. In like 10 years when he joins another league.
See, this is why I do the vlogs, not for them fucking coked up yadars who are just going to sit here and complain. It's because I know fans around the world actually enjoy it. And myself, I like looking back at them too. But I know it's for fans away from the UK. They enjoy it. So that's
Lewis,
why,
your
even if
Palace
they
vlog
piss
was
me
really
off,
good.
I'm going to do it more. Oh, yeah, I need to look back at that one as well. It's a shame. I think the next one I'm going to be doing is probably Burnley.
Is this a
Yeah,
show and
Burnley
tell?
away.
You not doing a vlog for the final?
Nah, that ain't gonna run still. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Wait, Lewis, are you going to the
gets
final?
on you about doing vlogs of the games?
It's looking like.
Oh my gosh!
Lewis got an offer, guys. It's a better offer.
Oh my
Unfortunately.
gosh! Hey, the offer has to be 10-10.
It's been a rough month. I need my piece. Hey, shit. The 11-12.
Hey!
Oh no,
That's it.
Dylan, send it to me because I can't bring that
that's
one up
quality,
in the comment
man.
section.
I thought he was about to drop it. Fucking hell, Alex.
Yeah, I almost dropped it. It's so freaking heavy. It's not even fun.
You know what?
Yo,
Lewis, like,
Alex,
man?
is that signed by Ryan Bertrand? Because that's what we want to know.
Yes. It's a Championship League team of 2012.
Hold that. Also
Yeah,
Oh, what you
what?
got that Malouda signature? Yo, we all
Yeah.
need that.
There's no Malouda in it.
Alex, you
Why
really
not,
have to
man?
start
Malouda
calling
was
the
there.
Champions League.
Malouda played the final.
Lewis,
Big up
who
to
gets
her.
on you guys about vlogging during the game? Is it like just certain
The
types of
proper
fans?
Chelsea, man.
The way
okay.
Alex
You
is
know
looking
you ain't
at it,
proper
bro.
Chelsea if your phone isn't in your back pocket for 90 minutes. Come on, man. Unless there's a goal scored, of course, because they're hypocrites.
I know. See, like those
Here
are
we
things
are.
like as people who don't get to go to the stadium, like those are things that are cool to see when you live outside of the UK, man. It's like
See,
sorry,
but you
dude.
see, to proper
What was
Chelsea,
Malouda number
they
then?
don't like fans from
15.
around the
No,
world.
right.
You gotta be a local fan.
What
Even
was
though half of
Malouda's
them aren't
number
local
then?
fans.
15, I think.
Wait. Speaking about around the world fan. What about Terry Komatsu, man? Come on, Terry Komatsu from.
Oh, Terry,
Come
What?
on, so
No, we're talking about Terry. What about Terry then? Terry Komatsu.
Yeah, no, we count Terry as proper Chelsea. I'm sure they do now as well, perfectly, because he goes every game. And he don't vlog.
Alex 15. Alex 15.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't see his. There's a couple of signatures without the number underneath of it. Most of them with the numbers, but a couple of them without. But there's Di Matteo's signature on it too. But
Does he have a number?
Hey, Di Matteo is our greatest ever manager, man.
yes, he
That's a
has
great.
it. Yes, Malouda. I found it. It's here. It's there.
Yeah, man. That's
I'm
great.
about to buy me a share, Josh. Literally, I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, man. It's fun. It's
I'm gonna be a proper Chelsea. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
No, guys. London away, not London away. What the fuck? Chelsea away outside of London.
He said London away. I told you, man. I went to Arsenal away. That's not in Europe. It doesn't count.
I'm fucking tired, bro.
We're meeting next week to decide whether to up Mohammed's
Burnley away.
seat price tickets again next week.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Josh,
Yo, Josh, tell them Westview
I
6,000, man. Don't let Mohammed pay any
Don't
less.
price me out. Don't price me out,
The
bro.
way
Not
you were
like
talking
this.
about those cushioned seats, it sounds like you really enjoy them. So
Hey, it's padded seats, bro. Please, you can't do this to me, bro.
Yeah, bundle Westview.
Oh dear, man.
Wait, do you actually have a say at meetings and stuff?
yeah, they mail me a ballot for voting.
Oh,
Can you tell
yeah,
them?
Dylan,
Can you
I
tell
have
them
seen
to get rid of Singer beer and actually get some decent beer in the stadium?
I
We're
can,
sending over. We're sending
let me
over Bud
let
Light.
me show you the intelligence of these proper chats. 1 second.
Hey,
We're sending over Bud
don't
Light
do this
from the
to me, man.
States.
What the hell? What do you mean pay up?
Please, man. At least a cause or something, man. Jeez.
Look at this one. If you're one of these people, kindly never return to Stamford Bridge. Aye, what did you take that photo with?
It's got a photo of people taking photos.
Yeah, and he's like, don't fucking take photos at the bridge. What the fuck did you take that with? you see the people that we have to deal with at games. Don't fucking take your phone out while we take our phones out.
You better believe when I come over for my first game, I'm filming everything, dude.
Coke sniffing bastards.
Look at Matisse's comment.
Oh my god, bro.
It's facts. Oh, I can't even speak on the stupidity. I swear down. The state, the absolute state.
Yeah.
Half the guys who I see fucking getting at me at games, I see recording inside the ground. See their pinned tweet as like limbs during the goal celebration, but God forbid you're recording during the game.
Hey,
you're watching the game through your phones. You fucking idiots. Let me not even get started on it because I'll go.
Lewis, you're not allowed to record, man. I'm speaking on behalf of proper Chelsea, mate, and we are not allowing you to do this anymore, man. It's too much.
Oh yeah,
He thinks he's proper Chelsea from the Westview.
Fuck you, Oscar.
Man said Plaz Rafiki. I can't be
Oh, wow.
Oh
my Johnny.
day.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck's sake, man.
Oh,
I know. Like we only like to talk about bad stuff, but I got something good to say about someone. Can we just appreciate how great it is having Thiago Silva at our club?
Oh my god,
he's honestly one of the greatest centre backs of all time, and he plays for our club right now. Like every time I watch him play, I have to remind myself that it's actually Thiago Silva. Like it's crazy.
So that chase down he made yesterday, where he ran out, blocked the ball, and then went out and blocked it with his head. What a play, man!
Thiago Silva.
I think I have to buy a Thiago Silva shirt. I can't believe I haven't done it already.
I think I might do it next season too.
Yeah, this was going to be an Aspi shirt, but I might have to change my mind.
You know what? I think the Christensen and the Rudiger right now we are seeing is probably that we need to attribute a lot of the success to Thiago Silva as well, because you know he's improved the defense on the whole, and these players have
Christensen needs a leader at the back.
What?
Yeah. Say that again.
Christensen needs a leader at the back to play alongside him.
A leader. Yeah.
A leader.
Yeah, a Rojao.
Thiago Silva's influence is obvious on him, so yeah, I see that.
No, Oscar, he's an incredible player, man. Probably one of the best players I've ever had the privilege to watch in a Chelsea shirt. He's just such a incredible player.
You know,
just watching him yesterday, everything was so effortless for him yesterday. Like he put in an all-star performance, and it looked like he didn't even really break a sweat. Like he was just controlled.
Yeah, no, but that's the way he always plays in the back three as well. Like he makes it so easy, and it's all about his positioning and his reading of the game. He's always in the right position, and he barely even needs to stick a leg out. Just stands there, receives the ball, and sends it straight back out. Never makes a job more simpler.
He reminds me of Declan Rice. Not gonna lie.
Shut up.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? I actually
you got one chance to apologize for that bullshit.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Don't wait for two to celebrate as well, bro.
Do you know what I hate about our club? Yeah. Why do they not know how to scout anyone? Why is it every single player we're linked to? It's like the most obvious player that some idiot on Twitter has been standing for the past 8 months. We're never
a shiny toy that's a bit trending. It always is.
It's like when we signed Aspi, it was like an unknown that you could see somebody who studied the French league had. Yeah, well, I suppose Mendy's actually a proper shout actually, but we need people actually looking at these other leagues, studying them, and seeing which players could adapt and come in and do well, just like the Mendy move.
You need an influence, though. The influence has to start with the type of managers that you get. Because there's some managers, they'll come in, bro. They want marquee signings. They want big players. And they won't stand for anything else. They won't be like, oh, get me this player because this or that. And then the club also has to assess the situation for what they want as well. Like resale value and all of that shit. The problem with Chelsea has always been the same issue, bro. Like, we don't align as a club, man. This club needs to align itself together, man.
Yeah, man. I personally refuse to believe that. Like, for example, if we want a wing back, it's like, oh, we want Hakimi. We can't get Hakimi, so we'll get no one. Like, I just think there's clearly other talented players out there that we could use in that role and bring in. But we only go for big names.
That's why, Oscar. That's why I mentioned this on a stream the other day. That's why with the DM, I'm quite. I'm pleasantly surprised at the fact that we've had concrete links to 4 different DMs and they're all of different molds, because you've got like obviously the 2 main ones, but then we've also got concrete links to Kamara and also to Edson Alvarez, and it's like it means that it sounds like for once we're actually looking at multiple options, including options that aren't obvious choice. But
Scott, I don't particularly like the different molds thing, and the reason I don't is because look at the situation.
Not molds. I mean, not molds. I mean, the deals look different. Like it's not just a big expensive player. It's a player that's going to be a similar mold to the others, but it's kind of like a quote unquote hidden gem, so to speak. It's not a different mold. Cool. I didn't mean that. I mean the deal was a bit different.
Yeah, man. Because I feel like we just need to stick to the similar profiles and the right things. Because like even there might be a player that's like slightly different to another player, but if it doesn't work in Tuchel's system, then let's not even bother. Look at the Lukaku situation. Like we signed a striker, clearly a good enough striker. He can score 20 goals in this league. We all know that. Like he's decent, but. Is it working for Tuchel? He came in and made us a counter-pressing team. You don't sign Lukaku when you've built a counter-pressing team.
Exactly.
It just doesn't make sense.
And it's way more. It's way more than just Lukaku. Like you look at Werner as well. Like he's not a possession player. He's an off-the-ball counter-attacking player. You look at like a Marcus Alonso is not a high-energy player. He's not going to give you stuff on and off the ball. Like he's going to be really limited off the ball. You look at like a Sar's going to be good off the ball, but on the ball he's not it. Like there's just we have this issue, so many issue with so many other players in this team.
Jorginho.
Yeah, what about him?
Hey, what about him?
I was gonna say, what about him?
That's what it says personally, but yeah, carry on.
That's fair. I think regardless of what we do next, guys, I don't know. Like in January, when I saw what we were being linked with, and people were calling for Digne or like Gusins or whatever, I was just like, fam, don't sign anybody. Like if this is what we're doing, guys, just don't sign. Like it sounds all like reactionary signings, and I would rather you sign somebody that does exactly what Tuchel needs than us just go sign anybody.
Yeah, Lewis, have you seen the 3 attackers we're linked with? It's Dembele, Anthony, and Rafinha.
And Hazard.
Hey, fuck that shit, man, please.
Hey, see one. No, kick him out. He said fuck that shit. No, kick him out.
No, I agree with him. I don't want Hazard anywhere near.
Kick Scott out as well, but I said kick him all out, bro.
Like, you and I both know. Everyone on this panel knows what's going to happen. He's going to have a period of bad form because that's where he's at in his career, and everyone's going to turn on him. I guarantee everyone turns on him.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
bro. We just talked about Lukaku. We just talked about Lukaku.
Bro, it's never going to be as good as what it was. Don't come back and ruin what you had. You're gonna taint the memories.
What? Even on loan, you guys are against that.
Because what's the my next point to be? What's the point? Just go and instead of looking back, go and progress and find the next thing. Don't go backwards.
But,
do
you know what my issue is, Scott?
I don't think so. The loan is going to be a bit of concern, right? I mean, are we not talking about Saul Niguez here? Like, even loan players get the same criticism, right?
You guys are complaining about Lukaku in a counter-pressing system. What about Hazard now, bro?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Bloody hell!
Come on, man. Let's be serious, man. Obviously, for nostalgia reasons, I'll be saying he's the best. We have the best player in the Premier League back, man. But let's be real, man. He's not that guy anymore. Unfortunately,
I think we
class is permanent.
No, but it's not about that. People turned on Lampard like when he was a manager, and he's our best ever player.
It was you as well.
Well, when they turned on Lampard when he was our manager. Is that what he said, Scott? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
They turned on Lampard,
they turned
man.
on Lampard.
They turned on the GOAT.
And he was our best ever. He's arguably our best ever player. They'll turn on.
It's not.
As I said, all it takes.
It's not even an argument.
Hey, is surname is the last name the same thing or no?
Yeah.
Surname.
Yeah. But all it takes is a few poor performances, or like C1 said, just a lack of pressing and a perceived lack of effort. All it takes is a few of these things, and people will turn on him, and people will say, "Oh, we should have."
Do you know what my annoyance is?
And then
my annoyance is it's like I agree with you. I think from a long-term perspective, it's better to move forward than to look back and go for sentiment in this scenario. But my issue is even when we get youngsters that we can develop into maybe what we want, or even a show that we have at our club that we can probably try and develop into what we want, we're just not fucking patient as a fan base, and it really irks me, man. Like we are our own worst enemy of progress.
But no, but that's the thing. While I don't want us to go that way as well. I don't want to go and sign more youth players. I want like people, not necessarily.
I'd promote Harvey Vale.
You'd want the balance, right?
Like I wouldn't want people at like the end of like where Lukaku is. I'd want people around about 25, 26, about where Werner is, but obviously better. Where they're like 25, 26.
But the issue with all of this. The issue with all of this is like the lack of patience seems to be a constant. Like regardless of age, whether it's a youngster, whether it's someone that is a bit older, it doesn't matter. There's certain things that make people look at things. For example, with Havertz, we know what his age is. We know that he needs time. We know that it's about developing the player into what we want. But do you know what? A lot of people just tell you, bro, we paid 75 million for a ready-made player. And that's not the case. We know that you can't escape his age. And that's what annoys me. It's like when you're focused on the money side of things, you're completely and utterly ignoring what it means to actually develop a team that complements each other, that knows each other, that it's annoying to me because I'm like, these people forget the teams that we're competing with in City and Liverpool, bro, 5-6 year projects we're looking at here. That's why they're so consistent. We out here with like 1 year into Thomas Tuchel, and there are people out here saying, oh, the fans are like, oh my God, yeah, Thomas Tuchel needs to figure this shit out. Guys, he's got the same players, the same people that we've been complaining about for months, for years. I'm tired, bro.
And that's partially also because
I was saying, you look at the scenarios that players are coming into. Like you look at Luis Diaz, he isn't coming in and being asked to be the best player in the league from day one when he comes in. He's not even like playing all the time straight away when he comes in. He's being bedded in. He's allowed to play when he's allowed. Like he's got the perfect scenario to come in. It's the same with all these players. These players like Julian Alvarez next season is gonna I assume he's gonna come in next season for City. He's gonna come into a system where he is allowed to progress, like in a perfect environment. He isn't going to be asked to go, right, you need to score 20 goals in the league, you need to be the best striker in the league, you need to no, it's not how it works. He's going to come into a system, probably not play all the time. He probably start on the bench most of the time, like Ferran Torres did in his first year. I think he did in his first year.
What do you think, Scott? What do you think helps this though, Scott? Because to me, I look at it.
Mojo, the bedding in period for us is much more annoying than the other two, which is your point as well, that when we bed in players, we expect them to do the Mazzoline, but when others do, you see the progress for Fabinho made when he was just bedding in, and the likes of Rodri, Cancelo, and Bernardo Silva. But with us, Havertz, and other signings we've made, the bedding in period wasn't good for them, so that's why they look like this as well.
And this is actually got to.
I'd say that the final point on that before you go, just because I realize I have interrupted you twice, so I apologize. Is on C1 though, what you said about the bedding in period, that doesn't. The thing is with Rodri and Cancelo, that goes back to Mo's original point. They were terrible in their first years. They were terrible. Let's be real. They were really poor, but they were given a year, and it's the same with Grealish. Like he's not been good this season, but he's being given the year to adapt, and I guarantee next year Grealish will kill it in the league for City. I guarantee it because he is given the time. He's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. He's the type of player. He is going to fit that. So he's going to kill it. I guarantee.
Of course he is, man. It's a no-brainer.
Also, we saw the vision from early, blood.
But this is the thing: is these guys are given they're given a whole year to progress, and then the next year we've seen Rodri go and be arguably. Also, when I said this earlier, I said arguably one of the best DMs in the league. You've seen Cancelo come in and be arguably the best left back in the league. In the space of a year, where he went from terrible or poor to arguably the best in their positions in the league because they were given time to adapt and to bed in and to be in a scenario that helped them. And they're better out. They're better for it.
See,
I agree.
I think
But
this
the
all ties
culture
back to
Chelsea
how Chelsea has grown as a club, right? I mean, after Roman Abramovich took over, the precedents that was set by, or the precedents at least what we are right now seeing is in terms of instant success. So the fan base has been accustomed to this sort of a mentality, and it's going to take some time if we have to shift the mentality of the fans and the players who are playing in it. And also one more thing that I just wanted to call out with respect to this Man City having Grealish and all these Luis Diaz for Liverpool and all this stuff, right? So this sort of players being bedded and all these things happen only when your manager is consistent. When you don't have a consistent manager or a constant manager, this doesn't happen. I mean, you still can have that sort of a period, but in that period, if you have another manager coming in, then you obviously have to fight for your position. So the demand or the workload that is expected out of you is completely different. So in essence, you're not going to get that sort of a timing, which means that you need to first set your basics right, which is, of course, get your manager, representing the club in a consistent way, like give him for a long-term project, sort of like 3 years, 4 years at least. And if you don't do that, this sort of an impact is something that we will possibly see.
I agree. And I think it's just about people not blinding themselves with whatever triumphs we have along the way of us rebuilding this club and evolving the club, because the Champions League win clearly gassed up a lot of people to the point that they simplified the issues that are happening at Chelsea Football Club. We can't simplify the issues we have. We have to understand that injuries, I mean, before even coming into the season, guys, we already all knew, like, we didn't even have a first 11, but people were out here strong enough to say we're going to be title favorites and we're going to win this league. And that's both Chelsea fans, media, and pundits, or whoever. And I just looked at them and I'm like, you lot are fucking idiots. Like, the whole lot of you are absolute idiots. I would love to say, yes, Chelsea are favorites, but we're clearly not. 38 games. Nah, bro, we've not shown those types of consistency for a long ass time. And it's very clear to see that we are not on the levels that we need to be from that regard. But then I'm like, bro, look at the madness we've dealt with. Injuries wise, guys, this season has fucked us over with injuries. Injuries and COVID fucked us fully over. And then you add the insult to injury with just the games that were not cancelled that should have been cancelled. Just so many drop points. It's not even losses, guys. So many draws. The amount of draws we had as a team is fucked. But is it expected?
No, I agree. Like, we've had so many periods, like, it's just so many drop points in areas where we shouldn't have dropped points, like the Burnley game, the United game, we shouldn't have dropped points, the Everton game. Like, that's 6 points.
Wolves,
like, what are we off Liverpool and City? Where aren't we? I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head.
I just think, like, this season, if there's anything to take away from it, right? Figure out the plays that you can work with. Figure out what is like as close as possible, like our first 11. What is our ideal first 11 looking like? And if we don't have it, cool. Who do we need to go sign that is going to be part of this first 11 that we're going to start relying up on a lot more, and actually start also building up on the quality of depth we have. Yes, Oscar, I said quality of depth just for you, bro, because I don't want you to attack me. And
yeah, man.
But
use words right, man. Don't use the wrong words.
This guy.
Right. Big up Dinishan, who says we need to build around Kai, the fast Berbatov. Do definitely think we need to, but like not right now. We need to be able to build. You need to be able to start the other areas in our squad first, and then be able to build up our attacking play. This season is just going to be struggle through it, try and make top 4. We got a bunch of fixtures that's just going to cause more and more of an injury pile up. And I think we're going to have very inconsistent performances throughout the season. But if we can stabilize ourselves, get a few trophies, and keep ourselves in the top 3, then we can look towards building around Havertz next season, or wherever our striker is at that time.
Facts.
I agree.
But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up because I know everyone wants to go and watch the Atletico United game. So big up, everyone.
You being serious, mate?
Yeah. Who's watching that?
Watford versus Crystal Palace is on, mate. Come on.
No, you think this is fucking? You think this is a 2013 playoff?
Yeah, what about watching Gallagher's progression?
You want me to watch João Felix when Jordan Ayew is playing? Piss off.
Oh, my God. Right. We'll leave you as always.
Respect Jordan Ayew, man.
That photo with Christensen, that selfie with Christensen, man.
Whoever
No,
said
that's not even
respect
big
Jordan
enough.
Ayew, dear Lord.
We'll leave you with our reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champions of the world. See you guys tomorrow for another stream. Like and subscribe, and as always, up the fucking Chelsea.